Craig Lawson had actually met you at one time, and he was interviewed.
That was it? He just took it from there?
Dixie, we all believed him. And one way, we gave up hope that you were alive. And Dixie had to accept your death if she was going to go on with her life.
Some way.
You've both been through so much.
More than our fair share. Here I am. Noah's dead. I'm alone. No idea who I am or where I belong. What about Dixie? Something tells me she's not alone. Is she? Dix, Ruth and Joe left. Why don't you come on downstairs? You gonna just sit here and watch him sleep?
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Come on, Dix.
No. Brian, I'm not leaving. I want to memorize every line, every shadow. This is the last night I get to spend with my little boy.
Don't pretend you don't want me.
I never wanted this, no.
No? Well, let me prove to you that you will not regret trading Junior. What's the matter, Adam? You aren't afraid, are you?
How could you let Dixie get to you like this?
Dixie didn't get to me. She's my best friend in the entire world.
She's using you.
I'm using myself so that a little boy can stay with his mother, someone who loves him, and someone who would teach him to love and respect himself.
And so you're selling yourself.
At least this time it's not for money.
It's enough.
No, it isn't.
Charade's gone on long enough, Gloria.
No,
It's enough.
you said you
It's
want
gone
me.
on. I want you to go home. Stuart doesn't know you're here, I assume.
No. I lied and you trust me.
Because he knows what kind of a person you really are.
Oh, Adam, if I was that kind of person, I wouldn't be here with you.
Gloria, you're going home. Stuart never has to know what happened here.
What happened to we should hurt Stuart before the wedding, not after?
I didn't realize what I was doing to you, the pressure you were under.
The pressure's on Dixie, not on me.
I'm sorry I did this.
Since when did you become so sensitive to others?
I'm truly, deeply sorry. If I'd known...
Don't give a damn about me. You don't give a damn about Junior. Adam, if you want to control someone, if you want to have complete control over anyone, especially Junior, take control over me. Let me take Junior's place.
Heaven knows I want you, Gloria. But not like this.
Exactly like this. But there's only one way to have someone like me. You buy her. You said so yourself. I want all the wonderful, beautiful things that money can buy, and not a simple life with Stuart. You said so. At least that way it would be a perfect arrangement for everyone.
It can never work.
Yes, it would. You're accustomed to buying, and I'm accustomed to selling out. It's a perfect fit. Except this time I get to make a mother and her son happy, and I get to feel good in the process. But I'll also make sure that you feel good in the process. So tell me, Adam, do we have a deal?
That call to Adam, it's really like a wake-up call.
We handled it no problem.
Yeah, we did today. What about tomorrow? Junior's just a little boy. I can't expect him to keep lying to Adam about being here tonight.
Well, Haley and Stuart and Gloria will cover for us. He'll be all right.
He wants to stay here. He told me that.
Of course he wants to stay here.
And he's going to tell Adam that?
Listen, we only have to keep this secret through the hearing.
He's going to find out. Adam always finds out.
Not this
And
time.
the judge will find out that I have defied the court order again.
You know, maybe it won't happen that way.
There's no other way that it can happen.
We'll tell him what to say.
Teach him how to lie?
Well, no. We call it a game, like this afternoon.
No, he knows what a lie is. I won't be the person to teach him that. That's his father's job.
Well, we will think of something.
Anything that we think of, anything that we do, Adam is going to find out the truth that I have screwed up. I'll lose Junior forever.
No, Dixie's not alone. She's with somebody.
Somebody who's good for her?
He's very good for her. His name is Brian Bodine.
Then maybe it's best that she continue to think that I'm dead. After all she's been through, why should I go back if she's managed to find someone else?
Brian is very sweet, but he's not the love of her life.
How can you be so sure?
He's 19 years old. He's basically still just a kid.
Well, if they truly make each other happy, then that shouldn't matter, should it?
It matters a lot, believe me. It matters to Adam Chandler. Brian is the main reason that he's pursuing this custody case.
Do you really think he can win?
Yes. And I think it's going to devastate Dixie, and I don't think Brian is going to be able to help her through this.
I don't know. There's a lot to be said for youth.
Brian is a wonderful person, and he helped Dixie last summer when she was having a terrible time. But you know what? They're like two lost souls clinging to each other.
That's what lost souls do best.
You know, if you came back,
If I came back,
I know
then
that...
Brian would just fade into the woodwork and Dixie would come back to me. Is that what you think? How do you know that would happen? How can you be sure?
You will be too, if you just see her.
So much has happened. Things have changed. I've changed.
Your love hasn't changed.
Hasn't it?
It hasn't changed for Dixie.
Look, Miss English, right now, I can barely remember this girl. And if I try real hard, I can sort of remember loving her once. But if I go back to Pine Valley, I have no idea how I'm going to feel.
She needs you.
Why should I face her if I can't be sure?
You just have to believe that you will be sure.
But I'm not. And if I do go back to Pine Valley and you're wrong, all I'll do is cause her more misery. She's had enough already. So have I.
Are you saying that you're not going to go back? Dixie needs a miracle right now. And you are the miracle.
I am no miracle.
You are, to her.
I have an idea based on fractured memories that once upon a time we were in love. And we suffered through an unbelievably horrible tragedy.
And that's pretty much how it was.
Well, from what you've just told me, that love was anything but perfect. And the tragedy was brought on in large part to my own selfishness and stupid mistakes.
You had some misunderstandings.
Painful misunderstandings. Painful. And I've had enough of pain. So has she.
You know, you're wrong to blame yourself.
Maybe. Maybe. But under the circumstances, I think it's best that I just live with my mistakes. Let her go on with her life and do the same with mine.
You and Dixie are human. You made mistakes. Who doesn't? But you truly loved each other. And you can make it all right. Doesn't it seem like a love like that deserves a second chance?
A lot's happened.
It's still happening. That's why she needs you.
What she needs is Tad Martin. Tad Martin is dead. Even to me.
I don't believe that.
I feel like Ted Orsini now.
If you would just come back with me. If you would just come back to
And
Pine
do
Valley.
what? Pick up the pieces of some life that I barely even remember?
You know what? All I've done is tell you about all the problems in your life, and what I haven't done is told you about all the people who love you and who want you back.
Would you do it? Would you risk everything you have, everything you know, everything you are, for the sake of love?
It can't be.
I saw him, Phoebe. The man in this picture is Ted Orsini.
Only looks like the picture.
Oh, gosh, it all makes sense now. I was talking to Brooke about Tuggle, and she got upset, and I figured it was because of the bad memories of this guy.
More like nightmares. Of course that must have been it.
And then she started pumping me for information about Ted Orsini. How long has he had amnesia? Questions like that.
Really? When was this? Last week?
No, last night. And then, all of a sudden, she takes off and leaves town, and you won't tell me where she is?
Edmund, Ted Martin can't be alive.
He's alive.
It's impossible. It's a hoax.
No, it's on the level. And Brooke knows it, too. That's where she is. Isn't she, Phoebe? She's with Tad right now. She's with Jamie's father, isn't she?
You'd ask me to make a choice like this?
Why not? You made me choose between you and Stuart. You made Dixie choose between Brian and Junior. Seems that choices are right up your alley. And now it's your turn. Now you have to choose.
Dixie, come on, just talk to me, all right? Look, I can't take this anymore. Dixie, you're starting to scare me, okay? Just talk to me. Dixie, please.
I'm thinking of a place.
What place?
A special place. Far away. I used to think this was the place, but it's not.
I don't understand.
When I take Junior back to Adams, I'm not going to see him again.
Come on, you promised me you weren't going to talk like this anymore.
So I'm thinking about a place. Someplace far away where Junior and I could go. Someplace where nobody could find us. Where Adam couldn't hurt us. A nice special dream place. Where Junior and I can go. And not come back.
If I were you, I'd turn right around. I would leave me standing here. I would go straight to the airport, and I would fly to Pine Valley, and I would be there in time for breakfast with Dixie.
Why should I risk everything I have as Ted Orsini just for the sake of Tad?
Life is full of risks. And sometimes they seem so dangerous to us that we don't want to take them. We're afraid. We'd rather stay safe. But there are risks that are worth taking. And when you get back to Pine Valley, you will know that it was worth it, because no matter how beautiful your life is here, it will always be incomplete.
So what should I do, huh? Just walk away from here, walk away from her? Turn my back on everything that's happened to us in the last 2 years?
Your life, your family, your memories, your skills that you found here, they're not going to disappear.